Hey, beautiful. I'm so sorry it's taken me so long to pack your care package and parcel, but I'm sending it out the door with 2 preview packs for you, one for you and one for Shondal. Of course, if he doesn't want his stuff, you can have it and enjoy both. I packed yours with a serum, just in case you want the extra hydration. I don't remember at this moment exactly if the serums felt good to your skin or not. So of course, start with the stuff that you know you love, the Bare All Cream Cleanser and the Seal Creation Night Cream. And if you're looking for extra hydration, you might enjoy the Infuse Immortelle. Smells like roses. It's really nice. I've had people with eczema say that, you know, their skin's really liked it and the patches kind of disappear for them, but we're all different. And so, you know, of course, listen to your skin. The other thing here in the middle that I'm throwing in for you is something that I'm getting ready to launch as a pre-sale. I think I sent it to you once before, and I've actually talked in one of the recent social media posts about Winter Skin Rescue 911. I was kind of holding on to this and decided to go ahead and release it and see if it strikes a chord for people. I'm probably going to be selling it for $20. At least for pre-order anyway. And it's the aloe vera gel, but it's got provitamin B vitamins in it. So it's really good for helping with that skin integrity for the moisture barrier. And it's also got DMAE and stuff like that in it as well. So it's got a lot of interesting little things, but only like maybe 10 ingredients max. So very gentle, very hydrating and protective, and you might enjoy layering it on your skin underneath of your cream at night. I have some people who like it like an eye gel, but it's really good for taking red out and just kind of acting like a cooling, soothing mask, or in this case, kind of like long johns or long underwear, silk underwear underneath of your outerwear cream. So enjoy it. Let me know if you're interested on a pre-sale on it. Just let me know and we can probably haggle over how to do some sort of like a review of the products with an image or something like that, because the WooCommerce website's just up and I'm trying to collect actually authenticated purchases. So if you're interested in that, if you end up loving it, cool, and we can figure out a way to make sure to get it to you for basically for cost or whatever. For Shondale, okay, so here's a different story. Maybe TMI. I don't know how interested he is in this, but it's kind of like the thing that came to mind as I was trying to figure out what to send for him. Okay, so you were talking about the little spots, and I know how frustrating those can be. For me personally, I have melasma from estrogen imbalance, thyroid. They've got me taking thyroid hormone, and it's doing stuff where my skin's spitting estrogen out through my skin. I'm not pregnant, even though it's called the mask of pregnancy. It pisses me off because I have a mustache tattooed to my upper lip. All of that to say, it's really hard to get rid of discoloration. A, quickly, doesn't happen quickly, and B, permanently. I have done some research on this, and here's what I found to be true in my own instance, and what I'd recommend kind of thinking about as well, just as you try to help guide your own household's wellness as far as your skin health and aesthetics too. Okay, so always, if you're working with hyperpigmentation in any regard, period, you want to get rid of any inflammation, and especially, most important, please use sunscreen. And I know that sounds really cliche, but I don't mean it that way. I mean, melanin absorbs, anything darker absorbs more sunshine, and it's going to have a tendency to darken quicker than the lighter part of the skin. So if you're wanting to actually actively work on either A, preventing it from getting darker, or B, actually reversing it and lightening something, evening things out, sunscreen is a must, particularly since hyperpigmentation is really hard to permanently get rid of. And if you want to like keep it faded, SPF, always yes. Skin health, period. That's why. The other thing when I was talking about inflammation, the reason for that is, and I know I'm albino, I know I'm Caucasian, so it sounds funny with me saying it, but they think I might have some Asian blood in my heritage in the past or something like that, and so I have a little bit of this heritage tendency anyway that we start to see, where if I get inflamed, again, remember, things that are darker absorb more sunshine, right? So they darken quicker than the rest of the skin. But there's also something called post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, and almost everybody across the board, no matter if you're albino or like coal black, same difference. So basically, inflammation stimulates the melanocytes, melanin, in your skin to become more active, and they spurt out more color, melanocytes. And so during any kind of a ritual that he's trying to build up for himself to work on a skin goal, it's going to have a tendency to be counterproductive for him. So having his skin calm and happy, particularly since he's probably like a Fitzpatrick 2.5, 3.5-ish, somewhere in there, scale of 1 to 5 for melanin production, it's going to be really important. But that being said, so that you understand that, the number one thing that they start to do when you want to work on hyperpigmentation is exfoliate. So we've got a rose gel glycolic mask. This is our Restore Light mask. And after he's washed his face, do a good deep cleanse, get rid of like the grime from the day, put this on, let it dry, wash it off gently. And then he can put in, because he's now like gotten the top layer off and you can like put the good stuff in, the Infuse Immortelle. And even while the Infuse Immortelle is relatively gentle, again, I've had girls with eczema use it, and their makeup artists down in Palm Springs, or Palm Beach rather, were like, what have you done to your skin? So I know it can work well and comfortably for sensitive skin. Again, not all sensitive skin is the same sensitive skin. But this does have a gentle retin A in it. Not an actual retin A, sorry, I misspoke. It has a gentle vitamin A in it. And you can look up the ingredients to see what form it is. It's a very gentle form, but vitamin A is associated with sloughing off for evening out skin. The word's totally avoiding me, but basically evening out skin tone, basically. I don't expect him to see much different using this. He could, over time, gently. And by the way, after he uses this, let him use maybe a little dab of your Seal Creation. Over time, using those things should lighten and refine the skin, particularly in conjunction with SPF every single day. At nighttime, using this, daytime SPF. But the reason that I'm giving this preface to really calm skin is because you have two options after this. If you really decide that you want to go more aggressively, or if you decide that you want to do something that's quite a bit more aggressive, and you can. There are two things that I've looked into. One is lasers, and it's called Pico. It's the only approved laser for Asian skin or medium tone skin. I know he's not Asian, but he's kind of got that like mid-range skin tone, right? So you can talk to a dermatologist or a med spa esthetician about it. They always do free consults because they want your money. And it basically goes so fast that it doesn't heat the skin up like most lasers do. And remember, melanocytes, when they get stimulated from heat, inflammation, they produce more melanin, right? So it goes so fast, it breaks the sound barrier and actually breaks up the stuff. So that your body can then absorb the pigmentation. Now, I have done it once, and I was frustrated because I felt like my stuff, this was before it turned into like major mustache smears, as I was starting to actually like express this hormone imbalance through my skin. And I felt like it just like smeared things that I could get away with looking like freckles, and I felt like they weren't as cute afterwards, and I needed more treatments done. And so if you're wanting something that's, you're not going to have like more than one treatment, laser may not be the way for you to go, but you can try it. The thing that I've been starting to do that's been helping me some more with texture, but I know a lot of other people recommend it for evening out skin tone, is Derma Rolling. I am a very big believer in Derma Rolling. I had my mom start doing it, and it literally made her skin look 5 years younger. I started doing it, and I felt like everything just started kind of going the way it was supposed to pretty quickly compared to just applying topically. The Derma Roll is the thing with the needles on it that you go back and forth with. I can tell you more about it if you're interested. But again, I wouldn't recommend moving forward with that at all. I mean, A, at your own risk, and B, until you know how his skin does, applying topically. The Derma Roll is the thing with the needles on it that you go back and forth with. I can tell you more about it if you're interested. But again, I wouldn't recommend moving forward with that at all. I mean, A, at your own risk, and B, until you know how his skin does with these types of things. If this makes his skin inflamed or irritated, the Derma Rolling is something I would say never, ever, no way, do not do it without a professional licensed expert who knows how to work with pigmentation with these types of things. If this makes his skin inflamed or irritated, the Derma Rolling is something I would say never, ever, no way, do not do it without a professional licensed expert who knows how to work with pigmentation and pigmented skin, like people who are not Fitzpatrick 1, so darker than me, unless they've actually comfortably, successfully worked with people who are a little bit darker skinned. Don't do it. Absolutely. See how his skin does, and if it feels good, if his skin feels healthy and dewy and happy and he likes the way it feels when he wakes up in the morning after having done wash his face, use the mask, use the serum, use a dollop of your night cream, then maybe he can look into some more topical options and just toy with it over time. First course of action, SPF. I know that's hard and it's annoying. Or potentially looking at Derma Rolling at home with a lot of thoughtfulness about the choice. He can look into some more topical options and just toy with it over time. First course of action, SPF. I know that's hard and it's annoying. Or potentially looking at Derma Rolling at home with a lot of thoughtfulness about the choice. Or potentially scheduling a free consult, why not, with somebody who can actually say that they've worked successfully with people who have more melanin expression. Because there's a lot you can do with lasers, but you have to find somebody who's not just going to BS you and say, oh yeah, sure, I can do that, because So anyway, let me know if you have any questions. Sorry for the blah, 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 but I just love telling people about all this stuff. And if you do end up loving the Creation Gel, if it's like something that might be a holy grail product for you, let me know. I'm happy to haggle with you over sending something to you in exchange for a really solid review and pictures from this last purchase, or some sort of a really steep discount, just sending it to you for cost or something like that. So don't be a stranger on that, but no pressure either way. I just want you to enjoy it, feel good in your skin, and spark life. Thanks for being one of our frontline heroes, girl. Mwah.